Hi there. In this session, we're going to be going through a soothing and rebalancing guided meditation. So it should help you find a greater sense of calm and ease and groundedness. So if possible, I'd like you to do this sitting, but if you need to be lying down, that's also fine. And just as you find your seat, you can either sit up on some cushions or in a chair, and find a position with your body that allows your spine to be quite tall and to feel a sense of ease as you sit. So you could support your back with some cushions behind you if that helps. Make sure you're going to be comfortable and warm enough. And I'll just remind you that with meditation, sometimes it can be a little bit daunting, especially if you're new to it. But just to enjoy it as best you can. There's no need to worry about if you're doing it right or wrong, or whether you're kind of controlling your thoughts correctly or anything like that. Your mind will naturally drift, it will naturally come back. You might find that you feel a bit fatigued, or you might feel a bit kind of all over the place. Those are all really normal kind of aspects of meditation, but even if you're feeling that, it's still doing some really deep and beneficial work for your well-being. So just persevere. So hopefully you found a comfortable position, and I'll invite you to close your eyes, or to just look down softly at nothing in particular. Soften your gaze. And I'm just going to ring the bowl at the beginning and end of this meditation, so you know when it starts and ends. So giving yourself a bit of time to just absorb the sounds and sensations of your space, to land and settle into this moment. Into your seat. To notice any thoughts or feelings that might be dominant in your attention right now. And just to greet them, to let them be seen. But also just allow them to dissolve a little bit into the background of your attention. And starting to shift your attention to the movement of your belly button with the breath. Perhaps a gentle pulling outward on the in-breath. return back towards the spine on the out-breath. And just throughout this practice, if it feels good, to let that be an anchor for your attention to return back to if your mind drifts, or choosing another part of the body if you prefer. And then bringing awareness to the lower half of your body. Hips, all the way down the legs, feet. Feeling where there's contact to the ground. Noticing particularly the area of the pelvis, the bony structure of the pelvis, like a cave. Sensing how it can be dark and quiet. And then sensing down the main portion of the legs, thighs, knees, shins. Feet and toes. And letting them be like strong roots of an old oak tree, growing down deep into the earth. Broad and wide. Strong and stable. And receiving the space around the legs, like cool, moist, thick soil, densely packed with nutrients that can draw in through the soles of the feet. And the pores of the skin. lower half of the body steady and quiet. Returning your attention back to the gentle movement of the belly button, away from the spine on the in-breath and back in on the out-breath. To the midpoint between land and sky in this map of the body. And opening to the full 360-degree panorama of your experience through the upper half of the body. Information coming in through the senses, and mapping onto your inner felt experience. Like galaxies, stars, perhaps sounds drifting through this inner space like comets or the breeze or thunder. Bringing in whatever you can notice from this moment. Returning your attention back to the belly button, moving with the breath. And just follow your breath, slightly longer breaths, breathing in from the earth all the way up to the sky, and from the sky all the way down into the earth. Breathing in from earth up to sky And breathing out, sky, down to earth. And just continuing with that a few times. Then see if, as you breathe up towards the sky, you can keep a memory of the earth felt in your body. And as you breathe back down to earth, you're doing so in memory of sky. And just see how this experience develops. Any feelings that might arise as we embrace cyclicality. And come back to your center, to the movement of your belly with the breath. Holding both earth and sky in equal measure in your awareness. Bring your attention back to just being in this physical space. Contact points of body to seat, to ground. The touch of your clothes. And as you come back around, I'll just invite you to maybe stretch out and take some simple movements, shoulder circles, maybe a stretch up overhead, just to bring a bit of life back to the body. Thank you very much for joining.